you build it, they will come, I heard, Josh.
You build, they will come.
Unfortunately, if you post, they may or may not follow. You know,
That's
depends. Depends. They're digging what we're doing, Josh. I don't know. I think they do sometimes, you know. Most of the time I'll say, you know.
It's really nice around here, bro.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Let's give them just give them an open pick real quick, Josh.
Look at this, man.
Real quick. Oh, caught it. Hands. Hands.
Reflexes.
Ooh. Swipe left to close. All right, y'all don't even know. We live. And he just stopped a goddamn disaster. There we go. Oh, where did that even come from?
What?
Big ass spider web.
You don't see? Oh, yeah, I see it right here.
Yeah, how?
Bro, and hit it. It's on the phone. How?
That's what I'm saying.
Bruh. That is kind of wild. This is what happens when you're live.
They about to see us jumping around, dipping and dodging for the rest of the video. Because something made that web.
Yo, fact.
Now, where the fuck it come from? Let me give you a check real quick. You good?
Right.
You
Hopefully
good?
it's not an African Venus spider.
I mean, them African Venus spiders are the worst.
Exactly.
So, Josh, after that delay, after that disruption, after that live coverage of the danger of spider webs, Josh.
Yeah.
If you see this and you see that, and we're right, man, that can only mean one thing. That's right. Dun, 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 dun. It's lunch break news. We are dumb lunch break boys. It's the one, the only Pharaoh Live. To my right, no nickname can contain this man. He is known simply as Josh. What's going on, Josh? How you doing today?
We out here chilling.
You know
Real nice out.
Oh, yeah.
Partially cloudy, but none of the clouds are hitting the sun.
And the wind. The wind is trying to blow the camera over.
The wind is super heavy right now.
Won't stop. Rockefeller Records. You know what I'm saying, Josh?
We get down.
You know what I mean?
We get down.
Hey, let's go. We have a few topics for you guys today. As always, like, subscribe, and if you want to share with a friend, then share it with a fucking friend. I don't got to tell you how to do that. It's 2025, Josh. I shouldn't have to tell them how to share with said friends. You know what I'm saying?
My grandma knows how to do it, so everyone else should.
Easy. Shout out to grandma. So first, real quick, a little bit of speculation. Josh, yesterday, because we're goddamn journalists, we let everybody know that Trump and the feds are discussing taking control of DC. It's floated damn near every 4 years. There's a lot of reasons not to. There's a lot of reasons to do so. The arguments are good and bad on both sides. But let's just get into some pure speculation for a little bit, Josh. Now, let's talk about what that would look like, the feds taking over DC. We're talking about possible, likely, military action in Washington, D.C. to combat crime. We're talking about the National Guard being rolled out into an American city, Washington, D.C., the United States capital, Josh.
It's kind of wild.
For you international fucks out there that don't know, now you know. But going in, guns a-blazing possibly, to try to ring in what is, let's be honest, an abysmal state criminally, Josh. There's a lot of crimes. There's a lot of drugs. There's a lot of poverty. There's a lot to not like about what's going on in D.C. Right or wrong, should the feds take it over, Josh? And if so, what the fuck does that even look like? What does that mean?
Bro, should the feds take over? Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
That was quick.
For that being our capital of the United States of America, there's no reason for it to be that much crime. It looks like a black eye on the nation. A lot of judgment will come here, especially if I was an immigrant and I go to America's nation, I see America's capital and I see the condition it's in. Also, this has been a thing for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
At least for 30 something years. Even if you look on YouTube, one of my favorite documentaries is a DC based prison documentary. It's a lot. Yo, listen, it was done in the 90s.
Okay.
It's literally like one of the best documentaries I ever seen. HBO did it. And it's right on YouTube. Great. It's literally like you're in a time machine. Like, everybody rapping like Tupac. It's just kind of wild. Like, but yeah, you should check that out. But I think it's a good thing. Just it will help the communities there. And it'll bring it would pretty much dress the nation's capital up. So I like to see it happen. So why not?
So here are some questions I would have, Josh. Now I agree. Something that hasn't been done before needs to be done to straighten up DC, to clean up DC. Nobody wants the capital, the greatest goddamn country of the world, looking like what real DC looks like. Now, people might say, oh, I visited DC. I went to some good restaurants. They had a great brunch. I saw the Capitol building. I saw et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Y'all don't know real DC because real DC get down. But here is my fear, Josh. It's that when we talk, sometimes when certain politicians talk about doing something, what they mean is going as extreme as possible, because what has worked before hasn't. So now let's just go to so extreme the other way. It just has to work. That's how it's billed to us, right?
Yeah.
Think about in the 90s when we were calling people super predators, when we were creating the 3-strike rule, right? This was because we had unprecedented drug crimes, right?
Yeah.
We had unprecedented gang violence.
New drugs.
New drugs. Now that wasn't wrong, but what did we learn from that, Josh? That just because you lock them up longer, just because you put them somewhere else, just because you tell them if you do it again, it's going to be worse, doesn't stop them from doing the goddamn crimes.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit tired of how many times this has to happen, that going extreme one way or the other doesn't ensure, right? I don't mind trying something new, but they'll sell it to you like it's the only possibility. So if the feds do take over, I hope it's not simply putting boots on the ground, knocking people upside the head, and then locking people up for what would usually be a local municipality criminal offense, and it becoming a federal crime, and then putting people in federal prison. Because where are we putting these people in the federal prisons, right? Are we going to build more federal prisons? Are we going to turn our federal prison system into a for-profit prison system, just like fucking privatized prison system is now, Josh? And I'm less comfortable with that. So I think we both agree that something has to be done.
Something has to be done.
I just don't know what the hell it is, but I am open to hearing about what it looks like.
It's so funny because if that is the plan, really just put boots on the ground and to lock more individuals up. Oh, we have more people out to lock more people up, creating more criminal records and blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
It's funny because that doesn't work, because if you don't do anything about the culture, all being locked up by the feds will just create new badges of honor.
We talk about that.
Yeah, this guy, oh yeah, he did fed time. That's how it would be in the streets. Like,
yeah,
it wouldn't be like, oh man, I don't want that to happen to me. It's gonna be like, man, he did fed time. Well, when I do fed time, it's already a thing. Like, they know they're going to jail already. Like, right. You're trained to know that. Like, oh yeah, I might do time.
Real quick, I just want to step in real quick, right? Here's what gets on my nerves about the logic of just lock them up for longer, right? Or make more severe. The idea that criminals are at home checking on a yearly basis of what the punishment for the crimes they're committing.
No.
Think about this, guys. To make the statement true that if we increase the punishments, we'll cut down on the crime, would be assuming the people committing the crimes are following what the punishments are for said crime. They don't give a fuck. That's why they're criminals. They're doing crimes. They don't care about what the law is, or they wouldn't be already committing the crimes. The logic just doesn't work.
First of all, some of these people can't even read. Just saying, like, I'm just saying, like, the thing is it's the culture. Like,
were the criminals in y'all high school scholars as well?
Literally.
Were they just constitutional enthusiasts?
Right.
Would they just read state law on their downtime while they're on the block in between pushing P?
Right. Would they take a break? Is it a TikTok called block break? And that breaking news on the block? No, it's not.
Hey, that's Josh.
It's not.
You might be onto something though.
That'd be fire.
If y'all know someone on the block, they maybe should create a TikTok called block breaks. You know what?
You just give local street news.
We're not even going to charge you guys for that.
Fire.
Block break coming soon. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the block anymore, Josh. I've been off for a while. All right, Josh, to the next story. What I've been referring to as the great gerrymandering war of 2025. It's still going hot, baby. There's still stories to tell. It's not over. Josh, today is an important day in that war. There is a deadline, a 2 p.m. session being called today in Texas. If the Democratic House members who are on the run, Josh.
They're on the run.
And I'm not even saying that to be facetious, to be hyperbolic. They're literally on the run. They have warrants for the arrest. They also got the feds looking for them. You would know that if you followed me yesterday and you called our live lunch break news beating newsing, because we're goddamn journalists, Josh. But at 2 p.m., if they do not show up for the session, Texas leadership has stated they will use any punitive actions they can against these members who they say, and I can't say I disagree, have abandoned their post and abandoned their constituents. Now, at the same time, Josh, if they even want to vote on this redistricting gerrymandering action that they're trying to take, that the Dems are avoiding by hiding out in other states, including Illinois and California, then they'll need a quorum, I should say. They don't have the quorum. They haven't had the quorum, which is why they're trying to get them back. They need about 10 to 12 of them back in order to have the quorum, but they'd have to call a brand new session to even have this vote up again, Josh. So while the Dems doesn't look like they have a great long-term plan, in the short term, they are causing a lot of friction. They are causing a lot of delay on getting this voted on. A lot of confusion as well. Now, let me read this right quick from me, myself, and I. How do they do that when Republicans do it all the time, but it's okay when they do it right? So,
when they do what? Run?
Me, myself, and I. If you want to elaborate a little bit on what exactly we're talking about, I might have caught your comment a little late. So please elaborate. We're happy to answer. But two things real quick, guys, about what we do not do on this channel. Real quick, Josh.
Yep.
What we don't do is take political sides, left, right. As far as we're concerned, a lot of them are dumb. A lot of them are smart. Right. A lot of them are good. A lot of them are bad. You're not about to find partisan politics on this channel. So if that is a problem with y'all, make sure you like, follow, and then get the fuck on. All right? And that's not to you, me, myself, and I. It's just to let the people know, right?
Right.
Secondly, Josh, we try not to do whataboutisms unless they're funny. A funny whataboutism, right? Like, what would you do if you were on the opposite end of Lizzo on a seesaw? We'll answer that. We'll let you know exactly what we'll do in that whataboutism. But the whole, well, the left does it, so the right does it. All it does is create a circle jerk of ridiculousness. It doesn't give you any answers, any solutions, and we don't do that shit here. Again, unless it's funny. If it's funny, we'll do it.
Yeah,
we'll do it. Our journalistic integrity does have its limits. If it's funny, they're out the fucking window, guys. They're out the fucking window, guys.
See that window?
Yeah.
It's out of there.
It's out of it. It's out of it. Understand what I'm saying to you? So, Josh, I don't think there's a chance on this fucking planet. I don't think it's a chance in Donald Trump's America that these Dems are showing up to that 2 p.m. session, right? The governor of California, Newsom, doesn't think so either, because he's invited all those Dems that are dodging the feds, invited them to an event in Sacramento today. So he doesn't think they're going to be there. I don't think they're going to be there. Josh, what I'm going to ask you is, what does the Texas Republicans do from here?
I feel like the only thing they can do is wait. But there has to be something in place, because what if everyone does this? Like, I get that they're doing it, right? And then if they just did what certain people like lead with, and the arguments they lead with, well, they do it, so what's wrong with blah, 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 right? It's just like, yeah. So if everyone does this, then what? Then we don't have a political system.
Yeah.
We don't.
I mean, that's kind of where we're going towards now, man.
Seriously, right? So it's just like, okay, if it's okay to act like children because people are going to support it, then like, what's the point of having it?
Sure.
Literally, like, what's the point? If it's like, I'm going to take my ball and I'm going to run, and you can't play basketball because I have the ball.
What you gonna do?
You just have a court. Well, what are you going to do? And it's like, okay, well, Texas, the lawmakers there need to be adults and create consequences for running from your duty. I don't care if you're a Democrat, Republican, whatever you are. Who cares? Most of them are on the same team anyway, and they play to us as if they aren't, right? All this is a dog and pony show and a damn goddamn magician's act, okay? So when you're on stage and we're sitting in the crowd as the audience, just looking at them create a show for us so we can cheer for either side, you already know that you've lost. Because you're thinking too emotional about it instead of using your brain and sticking to ideals and policies that'll help you and your family. That's what you need to care about, because these people do not care about you at all. They don't. They are all in a higher class economically.
Facts.
And they do not care.
Facts.
They might talk great. They might have great speeches. They might say things like, and still I rise. Hey, you never know, right? Come on. But like, trust your gut. These people are running. Why?
Josh, here's my thing too, and I'll pass it to you, and you can end this segment, right? What gets me is that I have less of a problem with the Dems fleeing and doing this type of performative politics, right? Because I know it has been done before. I know it will be done again. Shit, House of Cards. For any of you guys that watch House of Cards, and I'm talking about before Kevin Spacey got canceled and they made a last season that was fucking horrible because there was no Kevin Spacey, the reason why you watched the show. But I digress, Josh. Right. I will never forgive Me Too movement for ruining the last season of House of Cards. A lot of good came out of it, but you ruined House of Cards. I'm just going to say that, Josh. Right. But my biggest issue is that if you're going to go so far as to bring your government to a halt, maybe you should have worked harder to solve for this type of shit beforehand. Right. Maybe when in 2019, the Supreme Court justice ruled that they would not step in to combat gerrymandering. They said it's something y'all are going to handle. Right. Maybe, just maybe, whether you were in power at the time or not, which you fucking were, go ahead and look back at it. Just so crazy. Maybe you should have done something about it then. But Josh, what I'm tired of is each side uses these tactics. When the other side uses these tactics, they argue about it. They say, isn't this crazy? But then when they gain control, they don't change the system because now they have the votes for it to work for them. I'm tired of that shit. Right. Ooh, now, I'm sorry. No. That was absolutely amazing. Are we about to get trespassed? Nah, that was amazing. But the funny thing is, like, I 100% agree with everything you just said, right? Sure. But doesn't that lead credence to that it's all a show? Yes. Like, oh, we were in power when this happened, right? That's why I don't take sides. When this passed and we didn't do anything about it. Yeah. Because we're okay with the system. Yeah. We'll make it seem like a thing. We'll create a little chaos about it. We'll run to another state. You know, we'll go to Cancun, abandon our post. Like, come on. I remember that. Right? I remember that. Right. I remember that. But I'm not gonna put your name out there. It's a show. Cruz. I'm not gonna say who it was. Cruz. Cruz was on a cruise. But Cruz might have went on a cruise when his state was going down bad. But it's going down bad. All right. I have nothing else to add to this. Boom. Now, let's get into a little bit more fun, Josh. We're going to have a good time. Guys, if you're enjoying and digging what we're doing, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. For every lunch break we get, we're out here doing the news for you, baby. We have 9 to 5s. 100%. We don't get paid for this. We get paid for that. And we still come and do this for free. Shit, I thought I didn't get paid. Come on. Oh, that was about the DSC. All right, so the DOD in a secret memo from Trump per sources. So I'll say allegedly. It's a secret memo. So obviously I don't have the secret memo. They don't respect my journalisming enough to send me copies of secret memos. But I digress. We weren't on the group chat. We were not. We weren't. Or on Signal, on WhatsApp, Apple chat. Anyway, Josh. Yeah. Memo ordered the U.S. military to use force against cartels that have been labeled as terrorists. Now, I have questions, Josh. I can't give but so much information because, again, it's a secret. Hold up. I don't know why he talks so fast. I don't understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. Brother, then you're on the wrong channel. I talk how I talk. I talk at the speed that I speed. And I journalism how I journalism. Go to like, subscribe. If you got a problem, you know where to go. All right, Josh. Yep. So, again, secret memo calls for the DOD to go ahead and use force against cartels that they've deemed as terrorists. Josh, I have questions. Is this stateside or is this over the border? Are we authorizing violence? Yeah. And to what end? Yeah. I am super curious to hear your thoughts on both of those. Real quick, let's read these. I do appreciate you, Militime, for even being here and commenting, but the speed of the talking is going to be the speed. See, I don't even know what you're talking about. Time for him to DOD self. All right, if you don't know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, DOD self is crazy. Why is he here listening to me talk about it? I think he's talking about Trump, though. Yeah, like, no, yeah, I'm just messing with him. Go ahead, Josh. That is hilarious, though. But appreciate you. The funny thing is, it's like, well, is this secret memo? Is it for the federal government to move independently? Because they were already moving inside of Mexico with the Mexican government, with facts, aiding and assisting the Mexican government, sure. And I know for sure that they were approved by the Mexican government to do certain operations alone. So I'm wondering, like, okay, is it for them to move with impunity? Like they can just do whatever they want. There's no jurisdiction in regards to how they can move in Mexico. Yep. Because I know pretty much there are U.S. based, like there are U.S. operations in every major city in Mexico already. And they have been targeting a cartel. Sure. For sure. There's a bunch of conspiracy theories saying that these people were in bed with the cartels, which we do know that was a thing back in the day. I think it was the Iran-Contra thing, but it wasn't with Mexico per se. I think it was with Cuba, and they was doing all this other stuff. I don't know, right? I forgot the history lesson. But the government being in bed with
drug dealers, that is not that's not a conspiracy at all.
For sure.
And for sure, would it be a good thing? I think it'd be a great thing. Because of the fentanyl crisis in America, that is a very big thing, and it hit close to home. Plus it's just a horrific thing. What happened to the regular drugs? I don't know. But why are they doing this? Why are they even selling this?
Yeah.
And I can see them labeling them as a terroristic group because it doesn't take much.
Thank you for following Carolyn Mahone. We appreciate you for digging what we doing
very much.
Shout out to you. Real quick, Josh, I'm not trying to cut you off.
Yeah.
I just want your thoughts because I'm glad you mentioned fentanyl. That was one of the reasons that they announced that if this is true, why they would be doing that, right? But here's one of my fears, Josh. We've already heard stories, right? And someone else just followed equally suited. Thank you for the follow. We appreciate you a bunch. Thank you. You guys could be anywhere during your lunch break, but you're out here with Dumb Lunch Break Boys for Lunch Break News. Shout out to y'all. Now, Josh, they've already told us before that some of these people being deported are, gang members, et cetera, and some of them have been.
Yeah.
But we also know for a fact that some of them haven't been. So now, hear me out. Here's what I'm afraid of. If you give the DOD permission to use military action against cartel members, and then you have information that someone's a cartel member, but there's no due process.
You can label anyone that.
You could label anybody that, and then
That's
what?
true.
If it's stateside, what I am afraid of
They can label anyone.
What I'm afraid of is the national anybody that, and then
That's
what?
true.
If it's stateside, what I am afraid of
They can label anyone.
What I'm afraid of is the National Guard home who maybe overstayed a visa,
Right.
coming into their home with long rifles,
right,
and taking them and their family, or someone seeing a rifle come into their house,
right,
and them taking action. I'm afraid that people might get hurt on American soil, Josh. Your thoughts on that?
I feel like it can get worse than that too, because like labeling someone a cartel member, you could kind of do that with anyone if that's put in place. Like, that's put in law stateside.
Yeah,
you can just say anyone. Like, that's literally like labeling anyone a terrorist. Like, oh, we saw affiliation of him with online searches or blah blah blah, or just anything. You could kind of do anything, and it could be misconstrued as something else. And they have all the lawful order to do whatever they want to ruin your life. Now, how often does that happen? Like, if there's smoke, that's fire. That's true. But I do understand the reasoning about around it.
Yep.
If certain things that didn't exist, then they wouldn't have to take these lengths.
Yep.
I wish something was done a long time ago. So there have already been a change of administrations and different ways and flexibility on how to do things.
Yep.
But that's not the case.
Yep.
We're starting here.
That's where we're at.
Bro, kind of radical. So that's gonna happen, right? We're gonna see how it play out.
There we go.
Wait,
go ahead.
That is a job that I'll sign up for. I'm just saying.
Good to know.
I'm about that action.
All right. So 2 things, Josh. One, we're gonna run through in 1 minute, real quick, right? Noam. That's Noem. Again, I don't know how to pronounce her name. I believe it's Noem. We're talking about the head of Homeland Security that was heavily featured on a South Park episode. If you guys want my review on South Park episode, go ahead and check the page, baby. It's about 8 minutes long, but it's fantastic. People are loving it. I'm loving it. I had a good time saying it. Anywho, she says that she is not surprised that they insulted her looks because that's what the radical left does. Josh, just 30 seconds, real quick. South Park is now the radical left, and the radical left are the only ones that insult the looks of women. Your thoughts?
That's kind of wild. That's all. That's my thoughts.
There we go, Josh.
Yep.
And now we're going to pass. We could sit here and insult her. We could sit here and have some more fun. But then we'd be the radical left, according to y'all. And I've had enough hostility for one episode. Is that a cool, Josh?
Yeah, that's
right.
That's a great, mature way of dealing with it.
Now, speaking of jobs that Josh would take, we have one last segment. Guys, Josh.
Yeah.
1 to 10. 10 being, where do I go to collect?
Yeah.
1 being, I would never.
Yeah.
How willing are you to collect the $50 million? Yes, I said $50 million reward to give information for the whereabouts and potential, and then the arrest of the president of Venezuela. Yes.
15.
The president
15.
of, okay, 15.
15.
15. So you would give information
to
catch a sitting president of a nation.
Yes. That's what I'm doing this weekend. Trying to figure out, I'm gonna be investigating.
Gotcha.
Like our journalism, how journalism.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm using my gifts. Because 50 million just for a little bit of info, stop playing with me.
Okay.
Stop. Send me to Venezuela. Just send me.
Yeah.
If I listen,
you might want
send me there.
You might want to check of how it looks.
Bro, I'm just not going to say
currently.
Anything. I'm just not going to say anything.
You know what?
You feel me? All I need is a what do they call it?
What's that?
The point you need to get to, and they get you out of there. All I need is that, an evacuation point. That's it.
There you go.
Boom, there you go. That's it. I can get there.
We got game plans.
We got probably ain't nobody faster than me in Venezuela.
Fair.
Like in the history. Like I don't think so. I was pretty fast in high school.
What you guys didn't know is Josh could have been the fastest man in Venezuela. He just so happened to be born in America. So guys, the wind is winding. We've now been attacked by spiders.
We have.
We've been attacked by spider webs.
Bees.
We've got several followers this stream just followed me. I appreciate you as well as everyone else that joined. Make sure you like, subscribe. There's no better lunch break news other than lunch break news. I mean, come on. That's just math. Look at this beautiful. Come on. It's beautiful out here. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. We're going back to work. We actually need paychecks. This was payday, but if we leave and don't go back, we won't get another paycheck. All right, farewell.